taking care of our emotional health, mental health, physical health, spiritual health. This accident hit square in the eye of all of those things and navigating those things. So why don't you take our listeners through the Unbreakable day?
So on May 21st, 2018, I was crossing the street. I was in a pedestrian crosswalk when a car turned. It hit me, then it drove over me, then it reversed over me, and then it drove over me a third time, and I was pinned underneath the car, all while my husband was watching me. Why don't I share what I was thinking underneath the car, those last moments.
Okay.
So when I was reflecting back on my life, I always feel a little boastful saying this, but I felt happy that day. And I look back, and for me to feel happy was in itself a big deal, because so much of my life, or not, maybe I was 47 when the accident happened, but maybe the first 20, 25 years of my life.
Sure.
I was not a happy misfit. I was a very uncomfortable misfit. I was being, the odd one, the one that didn't look like everyone else or think like anyone else. And I was really insecure. And so it took me a long time to not only be comfortable with who I was, but to like who I was. And by that day at 47, I had kind of figured that out. 3 wonderful kids, great husband, wonderful friends, community, like life felt good. And so when I was underneath the car and I was thinking, I don't want to die. I don't want to leave my kids. Who's going to love my kids the way I love my kids? I've had a great time these last several years. Like, I've had a fun life. My kids and I have laughed. I've been present. I'd always worked, but when I was with them, I was present. And I thought, you know what? They know who I am. They know my values. They know what I'm about. And I don't want to leave them. And I wish I'd written those letters and, done all those things at a time. But, I thought, okay, they know who I am. They know how deep my love is. And then I realized, although my kids know, nobody else knows, because I'm telling everyone how important they are to me and, espousing appreciation. And for that, I felt a lot of regret. And those were really my 2 primary thoughts as I reflected back on life. There was nothing about, I wish my career had gone bigger, or I wish I saved more money. It was, it was all about the people and the impact I made on people or didn't make.